Hello, welcome to today's class. Today we have this challenge. The question is, what is the value of the square root of I? We know I is a symbol used in representing imaginary numbers in mathematics. So we want to see what the actual value of the square root of I is. So we take a solution here. Now, in this place, we're going to do some representation. So from here, we want to say let our square root of I be equal to z, where z is a complex number. Okay, so if z is a complex number, then it does means that our z is going to be equal to our a plus our bi, where we have the real part and the imaginary part in the system. Again, so we said the square root of I is equal to z. If we want to make I the subject of the formula, in other words, we take the square of both sides. So this automatically is going to give us the square root of I will now be equal to z. We square this side and again we square this side too. And so this leaves the system. But we know that our z is equal to a plus bi. So this automatically will give us that our z square is equal to our a plus bi bracket or square. So if we square this system here, it's going to give us our a to the power of 2 plus our a bi plus a bi plus our bi to the power of 2. Okay, then we can add these two terms together here because they are the same. So this will give us here a to the power of 2 plus 2ab I plus we can distribute this among the terms we have here. So this is going to give us b to the power of 2, the I to the power of 2. Remember that the square root of I is equals to minus 1, right? So we say here, but the square, sorry, the square, not square root, the square of I is equals to minus 1. Okay, so we can bring this into this system here. So if we do that, here will now be minus 1. And minus times plus will give us minus. So we now have this to be our a to the power of 2 plus 2ab minus b squared. We bring this and this together. So this will end up giving us a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2 plus 2abi. Okay, remember we have our z on this side of the equation, right? Z square here on this side of the equation. So what we do here, we have to compare the imaginary to the imaginary and the real part to the real part. Okay, so we compare this to the real and this to the imaginary. And again, recall we said z is our imaginary number. Okay, so if we do the comparison on the left hand side, we don't have real numbers, so we're going to have here 0 is equal to our a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2. We can move this to this side or move this to this side, so this will end up giving us our a to the power of 2 is equal to b to the power of 2. We change the square root of both sides to eliminate these powers here. So we now have here, therefore, our a is equal to b. So let's keep this part. Now we've established this, let's go and compare the imaginary part now. So here we have a coefficient of 1. So this is going to give us here our 1 is equal to 2ab. We'll make AB the subject of the formula, or we just divide through by 2. Here, divide through by 2. So we're going to have AB is equal to our 1 all over 2. But recall, we said, or we established that A is equals to B here. So we can bring that here. So if we do that, this will end up giving us a times a, which is equals to 1 all over 2. So we have here a to the power of 2 is equal to our 1 all over 2. Then we're looking for a, so we take the square of both sides. So sorry, the square root of both sides, we equally take the square root of this side. And here we introduce our plus minus. So this leaves the system. So we're now left with our a will now be equal to, we know the square root of 1 will give us 1. So this is going to give us plus minus here the 1 all over the square root of 2. So let's keep this. Now we have this. We also do that for our b, because again we said a is equals to b. So for us to get our b from this expression we have here, we're going to have this to be our b times our b is equal to 1 all over 2. Okay, so let's continue here. All right, so from here we're going to have b will now be equal to, let's just go gradually. So b squared is equals to 1 all over 2. We take the square root of both sides again. We have plus minus. This leaves the system. So now have b is equal to our plus minus 1 all over the square root of 2. So we have the expression for our a and b already in the system. We go back to where we have our first expression. Look at what we have as our first expression here. So from our first expression here, so from here, what does that mean? It does means that the square root of iota will now be equal to what? It's going to give us either 1 plus the iota all over the square root of 2, or we have minus bracket 1 plus I all over the square root of 2. So this gives the value, the square root of iota. Okay, so if you've learned something from this proof, this challenge, give the video a thumbs up. If you're not clear in any of the procedures, then drop it in the comment section. We are there to reply to your comment. Thanks. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.